Hi there Star Wars collectors, and welcome to another Bossk's Bounty video. And in this video we're going to be taking a look at the Star Wars The Vintage Collection Shae Vizla. We're going to be taking a look at the reissued version. That's the one that we're going to be opening, and that is the one on the left hand side here. The original version is on the right, and we're going to be doing a short comparison comparing the two for all you variant hunters out there, because the cards are ever so slightly different. And then, as I mentioned, we're going to be opening up this one and checking out the figure. It has an all new head sculpt, and this is a figure that's definitely missing from my loose collection, so I'm pretty excited to finally have one to open, because there's no way on earth that I'm opening this one, because this one on the secondary market is pretty expensive. You can see there it has the character debut sticker and everything. So let's quickly just take a look at the two card backs to compare them. You can see that the new one has just Shae Vizla in the name pill, whereas this one has the Old Republic bounty hunter. So she is like a Mandalorian bounty hunter, and on this one they've bothered to actually put Old Republic in that name pill. As I mentioned before, we've got the character debut, never before offered as a figure, sticker on the bubble, and this one hasn't got it. The bubble on this one is much bigger than this one. Some of the accessories are more spread out and things like that, but the images on the card back are very, very similar. You can see that the image on this one is repositioned ever so slightly. You can see that the fire actually goes right up to the edge of that racetrack, whereas there is a little bit of a gap there as well. But they've used the Expanded Universe logo, which we weren't sure if they were going to be doing or not. And of course, unfortunately, this one does not come unpunched. It's factory punched, not like the original. So it's not like the Republic Trooper, which was a Pulse exclusive. This one unfortunately could be found on pegs, I guess. So it's factory punched, which is a bit annoying. Looking on the back of the cards, we have the original card back. Look at that stark difference to what a card back used to be compared to what it is now. On this one, we've got the Gaming Greats logo and the two figures, Shae Vizla and Lando Calrissian, with the Vintage Collection logo. There's your import sticker. I managed to get this from In Demand Toys as part of their imports. And on this one, you get loads more going on. You get pictures of vehicles and figures and everything going on there. They have kept the number VC101, which is what they always seem to do with these reissues, unless they change them ever so slightly like they did with the 501st. But this one, they've kept the number. Now, in terms of the figure itself, there are very few differences. I'm led to believe there may be a few different paint apps and what have you, but it's the head sculpt that is the main difference on this figure. They've updated the head completely, and you can see the one on the left hand side here is a huge improvement on this one. I don't even really want to comment on that one. It's not great. The hair isn't great. The face isn't great. This one looks really, really good. I can also see that the old blaster has some black on the handle and the stock, whereas this one doesn't. It seems that they haven't bothered to do that. It's all silver, which is a bit disappointing. And as I mentioned, the accessories are a little bit more spread out here. So those fire effects actually sit almost behind the figure on the old version, allowing for that slimmer bubble. All right, then, that's enough with the card backs. Let's open the new one up and check out the figure. All right then, so here's the figure outside the packaging, and as you can see, it is a lovely looking figure. I'm really pleased now to have this one in my loose collection. Loads and loads of paint apps going on this figure, and the figure really does shine. You can see the armor shining in the light there. Really, really nice silver that they've used on that. And you can see that sort of violet color going down her legs. She's got gold ammo pouches and shoulder armor. She's got loads and loads of paint apps. So what a great figure this is. We're going to turn around quickly so we can just have a look at the back of her. And she has her little backpack there, which is removable. It has a little tube that goes all the way around to the front and plugs into the front, but it is removable. But there you can see once again the amount of different paint apps that we've got going on, including the pink on the backpack and the blue on the canister just below. And of course all the silver and a bit more of that violet going on there as well. So really, really nice figure. Loving this one. As I mentioned, great to have in the loose collection. Now, it does have a removable head and helmet. So very much like some of the most recent figures that we've been getting that are Mandalorian, like Bo-Katan and Koska Reeves. She has a removable head, which is great. She does also come with these fire effects, which do plug in to her gauntlets there, which we'll do in a second so you can see that. But first of all, I just want to give you a close-up of the head sculpt so you can see that paint apps and everything on the head, because it to me it looks really, really good. And then we'll swap the head for the helmet and check it out, see what it looks like. All right then, so here is a close-up of the head and the face sculpt and everything, and really, really good. I mean, look at it there. It almost looks like she's looking at you. What a fantastic head sculpt this one is with the hair and everything. Paint scheme looks great. Can't fault that whatsoever, and you can really see the light shining off her armor. Look at that. That is really, really good. I wish they'd used that paint on the Beskar Mandalorian, because that seems a bit more shiny to me. There's the thing that I was mentioning, where you can take the plug out of her armor at the front and remove the backpack if you wanted to. So the backpack is a separate piece, or jetpack maybe, I think that is. It's got some lights at the bottom, so I think it is. And we'll just plug that back in because I think it actually looks better with it in. Like so. We'll go over the articulation in a minute, but I just wanted to check the figure out nice and close up. That is unbelievably good. That is so good. That's how good they can get them these days. Really, really nice. So there you go. There is the figure with the helmet on instead, and it's got some nice paint applications on that helmet. You've got those red flashes there. You've got a bit of blue around that earpiece there. That isn't articulated or anything. That's just a molded piece of plastic. But look at the paint apps on the side there with the blue. Really, really nice. There's some good details on that helmet. It matches the jetpack very nicely indeed. And yeah, she's just an awesome figure. Really, really good. I'm very pleased with it. Glad to have it in the loose collection. Here's the two blaster accessories. They are different from one another. Unfortunately, as I mentioned, they don't have the paint apps of the black on the handle and on the magazine there. That is a bit unfortunate. They are just plain silver, but they're still nice sculpts and they look pretty good when they're in her hands. The other two accessories are these blast effects, so let's just put those into her gauntlets now. And there she is with the blast effects in her gauntlets there. Now they are quite heavy pieces, and if you don't rest them on the arm there, they are going to droop down like that and probably eventually fall out. So these sorts of things, these sorts of accessories aren't really my favourite pieces with figures. I just prefer to have the figure without them, to be honest. I think she looks loads better without them anyway. Looking at the articulation now, the head, because it is a removable helmet and it's an older figure, we just have that ball there, so there isn't a huge amount of range of motion. So I mean, it swivels round and everything, but it doesn't have that double barbell in the neck joint, which is a bit of a shame, but it's an older style figure. She has ball jointed shoulders, elbows, she has swivel wrists, she has the torso here, which is more of a swivel than anything else. Not too much on there. Unfortunately, she only has the swivel hips. Again, being an older figure, she could really do with those new sort of Bo-Katan hips, which would have been nice, but as I say, older figure. She's got hinges on the knees, which get hidden by the armor, which is great, and she has a hinge at the ankle, but no rockers, obviously. So there you go then, guys. This is Shae Vizla from the Old Republic in the Vintage Collection. It's the reissued figure for 2022. With the original one being available in, what, 2012? So kind of a 10-year anniversary, and we're getting it reissued in the Vintage Collection. Definitely want to keep carded as well, because it is different from the original. So all you variant hunters out there, I'm sure you're going to want both of those next to each other. Alright then, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you to my Patreon supporters and channel members. Loads more content to come, especially next week when we're going to be getting some more figures for the channel. Alright then, guys, thank you very much for watching, and we shall see you on the next one.